2, 1.
7 things you probably didn't know you need to know. I'm Jamie East, and this is the Smart 7.
Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday the 29th of March, and it's International Mermaid Day. And a big happy birthday to John Major, Julie Goodyear, Lucy Lawless and Elle Macpherson. The delayed peace talks between Ukraine and Russia are due to start on Tuesday in Turkey, but the Wall Street Journal and the Bellingcat Investigative Group report that both Ukrainian negotiators and Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich appear to have been poisoned at previous talks. They developed peculiar symptoms, including a reported temporary loss of sight, but it's not clear what happened, and the US State Department appears sceptical of the story. Ukrainian President Zelensky says he's prepared to put issues like neutrality on the table if it'll hasten the end of the war.
Security guarantees and neutrality, the nuclear-free status of our state. We are ready to go for it. This is the most important point. It was the first and principal point for the Russian Federation, as far as I recall.
On the Russian side, Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov wasn't so positive. He says that a meeting between Putin and Zelensky will only happen when the countries are close to a final agreement. Ukrainian forces continue to push back Russian troops around Kyiv, with the mayor of the suburban town of Irpin making an announcement of a victory on Telegram.
Good afternoon. Good news. Irpin has been liberated. I want to thank the servicemen of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the Territorial Defense and the National Police. Beware, it is still dangerous. We will now go to Bucha to do the same, where we understand that more attacks are imminent. Glory to Ukraine. Glory to the heroes.
The government launched a brand new white paper on education in schools on Monday. It aims to address the issue of children falling behind in schools across England by providing a minimum of 32.5 hours of learning for each child each week. There's also a commitment to level up maths and English standards. Education Secretary Nadeem Zahawi was emphasising the importance of equal treatment for every child.
I'm very fond of talking about my background of being the 11-year-old who couldn't speak a word of English, but with parents who had the wherewithal to push me in. Look where I am today. I want the system to work for every child, wherever they are, at the right place at the right time. That's what the white paper will do.
Labour's Shadow Minister for Employment Alison McGovern MP says the focus on maths and English isn't enough.
I'd like to see a lot more sport and a lot more creative activity in schools, help children recover from what they've been through in the pandemic. And also, employers tell me they want kids to get skills for life, and that does mean creativity and confidence building, and we simply haven't had enough of that.
Chancellor Rishi Sunak's been under real pressure since his spring statement failed to deliver significant assistance for those struggling with rising fuel prices and a soaring inflation rate. He was in front of the House of Commons Treasury Committee on Monday, where he was called a fiscal illusionist and accused of driving up the overall tax burden. Labour's Angela Eagle MP wanted to know what he was really up to.
As a tax-cutting Chancellor, but you're not, are you?
I've not actually said that. What I've said very clearly is I'm a Chancellor that's had to deal with a pandemic. The taxes are paying for very significant increases in public spending. The reason the burdens had to rise is because we've been hit by a once-in-a-century pandemic. I don't think it's reasonable to divorce those two things. They're intricately linked.
Labour MP Dawn Butler had a shock announcement on Monday. She's been battling breast cancer. She got the diagnosis in December and has since had surgery and will make a full recovery. She's urging other women to get their mammograms, as many have missed appointments due to the pandemic.
A mammogram saved my life, and there's 1 million women who haven't had their mammogram. They missed it because of COVID, and they estimate there's like 9,000 women who are walking around with breast cancer, and they don't know it. And there'll be women who will die if their breast cancer is not discovered, and needlessly so. Please go for your mammogram and just take it up.
Still to come on the Smart 7, unbelievable news about the Soccer Saturday and more Oscar moments, right after this. Welcome back.
One man's come to signify Saturday afternoon football more than anyone else. He's Jeff Stelling, and after 30 years at Sky Sports, he was due to step down at the end of the season. But there's been some big news. He's staying on for one more.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
I know. At 67, he had been looking forward to retirement, but says he couldn't blow the final whistle just yet. So with at least one more season of entertaining Saturday afternoon mayhem.
There's been a red card, but for who, Chris Kamara? I don't know, Jeff, has there? I must have missed that.
Have you not been watching?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
You ain't seen nothing yet. Hartlepool lead Mansfield by a goal to nil. Blow your whistle, man in black. And there is a scoreline you could not, dared not, would not have believed.
The 2022 Oscars will probably go down in history for Will Smith getting diggy with it, and he's now apologised to Chris Rock, but there were also some genuinely amazing stories from the night that you may have missed. Both winners of the Best Supporting Actor award have remarkable stories that might have gotten lost in the echo of the slap that shook showbiz. Ariana DeBose won Best Supporting Actress for West Side Story, making history as the first openly queer woman of colour and only the second Latina to win an acting Oscar.
You know what, now you see why that Anita says, I want to be in America, because even in this weary world that we live in, dreams do come true.
The independent movie Coda, which got picked up by Apple, won Best Picture, and star Troy Kotsur made history as the first deaf actor to be nominated for and to win an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. He paid tribute to his dad in his signed speech.
My dad, he was the best signer in our family, but he was in a car accident and he became paralyzed from the neck down and he no longer was able to sign. Dad, I learned so much from you. I'll always love you. You are my hero.
Everyone loves a murder mystery podcast, right? But do you love them as much as Selena Gomez, Steve Martin and Martin Short? The True Crime Trio are back for a second series of their crime fiction comedy hit, Only Murders in the Building. They play three residents of an Upper West Side apartment building who get drawn into a murder investigation and, of course, make a podcast about it. The second series drops in June, so you've still got time to catch up on Series 1.
New York City. Who doesn't want to become the talk of the town here?
We've been warned not to speak out.
But we here at Only Murders in the Building, we will not be going quietly.
We know what we have to do. Just be cool.
Hey, who's cooler than me?
Everyone.
This has been The Smart 7. Wherever you're listening, do us a favour and hit the follow button. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Have a great day. Written, produced and published by Daft Doris.